everyone. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot. It is June 1st, 2026, and I wanted to do a bonus reading for you. Today's message is whoever needs to hear this. I will begin with Aries, work my way around the zodiac wheel, ending at Pisces. Timestamps will be in the description box. I do recommend that you watch your sun, moon, rising, as well as your Venus placements. And if you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. And I don't need to say it, but I'm going to say it. As with all collective general readings, keep in mind that's exactly what this is. So as the messages come through today, just take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means that it is meant for someone else to hear. And with all of that said now, let's begin. Hello, Libra, sun, moon, rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're doing well. Let's take a look now at your message at this time. We have air, card number 28. Well, you are an air sign. Tell me more about this here for Libra. Sun, moon, rising, as well as Venus placements. And if you're hearing that humming in the background, I'm sorry, I have the AC on. It's like 90 degrees up here today. Why is air here for them at this time? Why is this their message? One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Page of Wands, we have the Ace of Swords, and we have the Seven of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have Nine of Swords. Page of Wands. There's someone here you need to cut off. If it's not your message or you don't want to hear it, just check another placement. But air is communication, right? There's someone here that like you communicate with. It's like, we got to cut this person off. We have to limit how much we tell this person. Even if maybe you can't cut them off, right? Maybe it's like your mom or your dad or something like that. But we have to limit. Instead of telling them like everything going on in our life, we just tell them a little bit. Or we cut them off and we tell them nothing. I mean, use your discernment on this. Tell me about the Page of Wands. Tell me about the Page of Wands. We have the Two of Pentacles. I feel like this person does stuff or says stuff behind your back, judgment, and you're not seeing it, or maybe you don't want to see it. Bottom of the deck, the Queen of Cups. I feel like you have someone here, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It could be a Virgo. And then I have Aries, Leo, Sag. It's a very immature energy, regardless of their age. Okay, and there's something here. Notice that Two of Pentacles, like behind this person, there's all these ships. I feel like there's gossip or communication, like you think you're confiding in someone, but then they go and tell 5 other people, or you think you could trust someone, but they're doing something behind your back. There's something like that here happening. It's time for you to make a judgment call. Like, I think you need to go within and be honest with yourself about this person. You either have to like cut all communication off with them, or just some communication. Like maybe not tell them so much. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces here at the bottom of the deck. Ace of Swords. Tell me about the Ace of Swords. Tell me about the Ace of Swords here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Ace of Swords is clarified by the Death card, the Hanged Man, and the Eight of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Swords again. I don't think you're seeing this person clearly. Either you think this person is, you know, they're aloof, they're innocent, they're naive, they don't really know what they're doing. They're not really a bad person. I think you need to get like a different perspective on this person. For a lot of you, this is someone like you confide in or you trust, but the moment it goes in their ear, it comes out of their mouth elsewhere. You ever have a friend like that? Like you think you can trust them? And then I had a friend like that once. I confided something really, really big in her, like really big in her. And I ended up going to a gathering, and someone else who should not have known anything about this, I was in the kitchen and decided, it was late in the night, and I was like, anybody want coffee? And, you know, before we all like leave our house. And they were like, yeah. And I was like, all right. So I went in the kitchen and I started, you know, she had 2 Mr. Coffee machines. So I started doing them for everyone. And this other person who should have had not an ounce of information came up to me, put their hand on my shoulder, was like, hey, Jay, really sorry to hear that you're going through blank. I literally froze. Like when I was putting the paper filter in the Mr. Coffee, I was like, in that moment, I had to make a decision, either go, what are you talking about? and like lie, right? Or just be like, oh, I didn't know you knew, or thank you, and see if I can get out of her more. And I ended up doing that. Instead of playing it off like I didn't know what she was talking about, I was like, thanks so much. I didn't know that so-and-so told you. And she was like, yeah, I hope that you don't mind. You know, I'm the only one she told. And then before I left from that night, 3 other people at the party had said something to me. So there was that friend that I thought this whole time was just, you know, she's just naive and she's aloof, but, you know, she's a trusted friend and I can tell her my deepest, darkest secrets. And it was like, I walked into that party with everyone knowing something about me, and they had no business knowing. So it was like into her ear and out of her mouth in that 8 of Wands. And you have someone like that, or you have someone where you you divulge things to them, or you share things with them, and then they use it in a more like sabotaging way. Like, you know, you tell your coworker you don't really like your boss, and then your coworker goes and tells your boss that, you know, something like, have you been having a problem with Libra? And the boss is like, no. And they're like, and the boss is like, why? Oh, nothing. You know, the other day Libra was just like making some comments about you. It's nothing. I'm sure they were just having a bad day. They're not doing it from a place of naivete. They're doing it from a place of like wanting to cause problems for you at work with your boss. So there's someone like that. It's like in your circle of trust, if you will, in your circle of trust. I don't think you can trust this person. I don't think you see them clearly. Either you think they're naive, or you think they don't mean any harm, or you don't realize that they're backstabbing you, bad-mouthing you. Tell me more about the 7 of Cups. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the 4 of Pentacles, we have the 4 of Wands, and we have the 8 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Pentacles. This is someone close in your inner circle. You either live with this person, you share a home with this person, you've invited this person to your home, or this is someone that you work with, like at the work front. It could be someone even that you're married to, or that maybe it was an ex. But and if this message is resonating for you, at least one person then has come to mind. You share stuff with this person you should not share. They either tell other people, so that means they can't be trusted, or they use it against you to make you look bad to another person or to other people. Again, I think you see them as this little babe in the woods. I don't think they're a babe in the woods. I think they're immature, absolutely. But what is this person's issue? Tell me more about this. What is this person's issue? It's a lot of cards, but we'll take it. What is this person's issue? 3 of Swords, the Hierophant, the Sun, and the Page of Cups. Misery loves company. Let's say that Hierophant is work, right? Because the Hierophant could be corporation, company, institution. Well, they don't really like the job there. And they're making like trouble for you. It's like misery loves company. So you think you're confiding to this person that you don't like work either, but meanwhile they're telling other people that, or they're telling the supervisor or the manager or the higher ups that. You could be confiding some secrets or feelings that you have about your partner to someone, and they're going around spreading them. I could have a group of you here where you're involved with someone who's married, and you trusted a friend with that, and they're going around and telling people. For others of you, this could be an ex, someone that you're married to, or they're soon to be an ex, or they are an ex. Misery loves company is what I keep getting here. What is that message? Misery loves company. So if it's at work, I would stop telling people. If you don't like your job, keep it to yourself. Find another job, you know, if you can. I'm sure that you're able. But I would stop telling people at work that you don't like your job. If you're dating someone who's attached to someone else, I'm not going to judge you. I'm not here to judge you. In my life, I've been on every point of that triangle. None of them are fun. So I would stop telling people, like if you are in a triangle, I would stop telling people that. If you were triangulated, like your person stepped out on you or currently is stepping out on you, I would stop going around and like sharing it. Someone is spreading something about you. So it's either they're doing it in a gossipy way, or they're doing it in a way where it's detrimental to you. But again, they come out as the page. They come out smelling like roses. So you're confiding something in someone in regards to your job, in regards to your marriage, in regards to your family. I would stop trusting this person. What is this person's intention? What is their intention? One more shuffle. Thank you. What's their intention? King of Wands, the High Priestess, and the 7 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 6 of Swords. sabotage you, betray you, gossip. Yeah, you're spilling your dirt to someone you should not be spilling your dirt to. For others of you, this is an ex or a soon-to-be ex, and you think you're friendly, and you could tell them that you're meeting other people or dating other people, you know, and they're going around saying you're like, I don't know, like, you know, the town slut or something. There's something going on here. I don't mean to make light of it, but this person, regardless of their age, they're very immature. They're using the information you're giving them against you. They're either making fun of you behind your back, gossiping about you behind your back, or like I said, telling the boss that you don't really like them. They're literally behind your back in the shadows. High Priestess to the Seven of Swords. They're betraying you. In one way or another, they're betraying you. Anything else we need to know about this? And then we'll get you 3 cards of advice. Anything else Libra needs to know about this person? So there's something here, like I said, minimizing communication, or just stop talking to this person about that. You know, obviously if they're your coworker, you can't stop talking to them at all. But maybe no more talking about whatever this is a sensitive subject for you. So maybe find someone else to discuss that sensitive subject with. Anything else we need to know? One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Magician. We have the Devil. 2 of Cups. You know this person, and this person is highly manipulative. They use your wounds. They use your heartache. If you're in some type of triangulated relationship, or you were triangulated, it's all used for fodder. It's used to make fun of you behind your back, gossip about you behind your back, and for others of you to make trouble for you behind your back. They either don't want you to get in another relationship, or they want to make you look bad to the boss. So I would be very careful, Libra, about continuing to talk to an ex, exes, or divulging personal secrets to somebody. This person is very close in your inner circle. We have fire. We have Aries. We have Virgo, Capricorn. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. 3 cards of advice here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice. 3 of Swords. There's that 3 of Swords. 4 of Cups. And the Strength card. Bottom of the deck, Judgment. Stop telling this person what you don't like. Your heartache, your heartbreak. Again, if you were triangulated, if you're currently involved with someone who you know, has someone else, or I would stop telling this person. There's something here about holding back information about your heartache or your sorrow or your disappointment, or maybe you're going through a divorce. I don't know. There's just something here like you need to make the judgment call. 9 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. I think behind your back, but you don't realize, like, this person's like throwing daggers behind your back. And you think that they're your friend, or they're your confidant, or they're the ex that wants to see you be happy with someone else. They're not. That's what I have for you. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be, and I'm going to throw this out there. Some of you have an ex who's making trouble or just collecting data right now in the hopes of making trouble for you and the next person that you're with. Okay? It'll be, oh, well, you know, it's like they're going to find a way to communicate with that person in the future. So if you have an ex here, I would stop telling them anything about your new person or anything that you're going through right now. But that's what I have for you, Libra, at this time. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, subscribe, hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.